smile. Still wanna try, still believe in good days.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl JJ and I am back with another video. So y'all, I'm coming at y'all with another story time, but before we get into the story time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, y'all, so I don't know what I'm gonna title this, but it's most definitely gonna be like he was a weirdo, because that's all I could think. Like, he was a weirdo, like he was a freaky weirdo. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna title. He was a freaky weirdo. Okay, and let me tell y'all why. So y'all, and don't mind my AC, don't mind my AC. So y'all, around this time, this is a couple years ago, I was still living with Mac. Me and Mac was still living together, and y'all, I had just found out that Mac had cheated on me for the second time. The second time, y'all. So my feelings was just so hurt, and I was really just on some like, I'm about to leave him. I'm not about to mess with him no more. You know, like, it's up. But I don't know, y'all, I still kind of felt some type of way towards him. Like, of course, I still was in love with him, but my feelings was hurt. So I was just on some, like, do I want to cheat back type, you feel me? Or if I just wanted to just completely just leave him alone. So one day I had just got off of work, and I ended up going to the grocery store. Because, y'all, I would go to the grocery store all the time when I got off work. So I'm on the phone with my sister, and I'm just walking around the grocery store, getting the things that I need for dinner. And I'm just like talking to her. So mid-conversation, a boy walked up to me, and in this story time, we're gonna call him Corey. So Corey walks up to me, and he's just like, you beautiful, oh my god, like, what's your name, can I get your number? So y'all, I don't know what it is, but I get so nervous when men are trying to talk to me to where I don't make eye contact. Like, I'm sitting there looking down, I'm like looking around, but he didn't look that bad. He didn't look that bad, y'all. He looked cool. So I ended up giving him my number, right? And I'm just thinking to myself, oh my god, I don't give my number out to nobody. I normally tell people like I'm in a relationship. So I get a man my number, and I'm telling my sister, she like, who is that? And I'm like, girl, some man just walked up to me and asked me for my number. So she asking, look, what he look like? So I'm describing to her like what he looks like and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, did I really just give my number out to somebody? Like, oh my god. So he ended up texting me when I left out the grocery store, and I text him back, and we were just conversating. He seemed cool. Y'all know people always seem cool in the beginning. Don't nothing seem wrong with them. You don't know if something wrong with them, if they slow or what. You don't never know nothing. So we texting back and forth, and he just telling me, oh yeah, I live not too far from that grocery store. I live actually like super close. And I'm like, oh, me too. I don't live too far from the grocery store either. So we just like chopping it up, getting to know each other, you know, asking what's the favorite color, what we like to eat, you know, that type stuff. So I'm telling my sister, like, this boy seemed real cool. So we steady texting back and forth. So then he ended up telling me like, oh, like, can I call you? So I told him like, yeah, you can call me. Like, I don't mind if you call me. So we on the phone, and we just chopping it up. We having a good conversation. Like, y'all, this man got me cracking up on the phone. He was funny. He seemed cool. So I'm like, okay, he cute and he funny. Like, okay, I might have hit the jackpot. I'm going to leave Mac alone because I done found me a whole nother man. That's what I'm thinking. So we stayed on the phone, y'all. We stayed on that phone for at least about, I want to say, an hour. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, look at me. So I'm just rooting for myself because, y'all, I'm really thinking I met me somebody that I could really just leave this man alone and jump on over to a whole nother one. That's what I'm thinking. So me and him get off the phone. I end up calling my sister, and I'm just telling her like, he's so cool. Corey is cool and he funny. Y'all know I like me a funny man. So she was like, okay, all right, like, I see you. So the next day come, right? I get a good morning beautiful text. Y'all know I love me a good morning beautiful text. I love that. So I'm like, okay, and he thinking about me when he wake up. Okay. So we just texting, and he just telling me like, when can I see you? Mind you, even though we met in person, y'all, I still be kind of skeptical about meeting up with people because I just feel like I'm not just going to link with you when I first meet you. Like, no, you're going to have to wait because I want to get to know you first to see if you even worth me linking up with you, to let me kind of get a feel of you before we just link up. So I'm telling him like, oh, I'm busy this day, you know, maybe we could do something like next week. So he was down with that. He was like, okay, that's cool. So we continued just like texting and everything. Mind you, me and Mac still live together. So I'm going through what I'm going through with Mac, but it was just like, I kind of was kind of happy to be talking to somebody, like somebody new. So the things that I was going through with Mac, I'm just like, whatever. You know, like I wasn't even paying him no mind, paying him no attention. So the week goes on, and it's, you know, now the weekend, mind you, we just been talking, and we've been talking on the phone, and we've been texting like nonstop. He seems so cool. So it comes next week time for us to see each other. So he's like, are you busy today? Like, can we link today? I'm like, okay. He's persistent. So I'm like, okay, he seems like I can link with him and he gonna be cool. So I'm like, well, if we do link, it would have to be later, because I got off of work around like 5 p.m. and Mac would get home around like 6 p.m. So I'm like, okay, somebody got to be home to watch my baby. I know, I ain't shit. So I'm like, okay, well, we could link up probably around like 8. Like around like, yeah, like 7:38. So he was like, okay, cool. Yo, I get myself together. I do my little makeup. Like, I get myself, you feel me? Because I'm like, he's going to have to see me at my best. Like, you saw me fresh off work, baby. I wasn't even looking good. I was looking dull. Okay? I was looking whatever. So I'm like, okay, let's show him what I could do. So I do my makeup so cute, y'all. I throw on my best pair of leggings. Y'all know every girl got them leggings that make that booty look like you BBL. So I get my leggings, I get my cute little sweater, I get my little outfit together, throw on my little Nikes, you know, like looking good, but not looking too good to where Mac be like, where you going? So, y'all, I tell Mac that I'm gonna go washing, and then I might go to the gym, because that was my way. Y'all, that was my excuse to get out the house. Mind you, I did have to wash, so I was gonna go washing, but I was gonna, you know, meet up with Corey too. So I get all the dirty clothes together, and I pop it in my trunk, throw everything in the trunk. Mind you, I probably had 2 big old trash bags worth of clothes. So I text him, and I'm just like, okay, like, where do you want me to meet you at? So he was like, oh, you can meet me like up the street from my house. And he told me where. So I'm nervous, because I'm just like, ugh, I hate meeting with people, y'all. I get so much anxiety when it comes down to meeting with somebody. And so I'm just like, calm down, it's cool, you just linking, y'all just gonna talk, and that's gonna be that. So I get to the spot, and I text him, and I'm just like, oh, like, I'm here, I'm in this type of car. At this time, y'all, I had my little bucket, okay, my little buck, my baby. So I'm like, yeah, I'm in this type of car. So he like, oh, okay, I'll be there in like 5 minutes. So I'm like, okay. And I'm just scrolling on Instagram. Like, I'm just looking on Instagram, y'all. Just like looking and, you know, just minding my business. So about like 7 minutes go by, he calls me. And when he called me, I answer. I'm like, hey. And he's just like, oh, I see you. I'm like, right here. I'm like, okay. Why this man walk up, y'all? Like, this man walked up to my window. And I end up getting out the car. So I'm like, hey, we hug. You know, he just like, oh, you look beautiful, you smell good. Because of course I was smelling good. I had the best of the best on, because I don't play about my perfume. So he's like, yeah, you smell good. I'm like, thank you. And he was just like, what do you want to do? So I told him, I'm like, well, I don't have much time. Like, I can hang out for a little bit, but I can't be out too late. You know, like, I got to get home. I got to get myself together. I got things that I need to do. I need to wash. Like, I have things that I need to do, but I can't chill with you for a minute. So he was just telling me, okay, well, do you want to go back to my house? And even though I don't know, y'all, I'm that type of person, like, if it feels right in the moment, then we're going to do it. If it don't feel right, I kind of would, like, make up excuses. So I'm like, we could chill in the car for a minute, and then we can go back to your place. So he was like, okay, bet. So he gets in my car. Mind you, I didn't see him drive up, nothing. I just seen a man walk up. Red flag. So we chopping it up when we talking. And he's just so funny, y'all. He wasn't on no weird stuff. Like, everything was cool. So he was just like, are you hungry? I'm that type of person. I don't like to eat in front of nobody, but I will eat some fries. I'll eat some fries, because it's not like I could just stuff my face. Because y'all, I be feeling like, I probably don't look this way, but in my head, I be feeling like I'm eating like this. Like, that's how I feel like I'm eating, like Garfield. That's how I be feeling like I'm eating, because I be so caught up in the moment. So I'm like, we could probably go to like the burger stand. So he's like, okay, cool. So it was this little burger stand. I forgot the name of it. We head over there. Mind you, he in my car already, so of course I'm driving, and I didn't think nothing of it. I wasn't tripping because I'm just like, I'll drive, like I'm already, you know, like I didn't see you pull up in no car, so maybe you don't have one. But I'm not about to ask, because y'all, you start asking questions and you know it just leads you down a rabbit hole, and I didn't want to be, I didn't even care. I wasn't even tripping, because I'm like, this ain't about to be my husband or nothing. We just linking for the first time, like just chill out. So then we head to the burger stand, and y'all, I'm bumping my music because I have my little beat in my little trunk. So I'm bumping my T Grizzly. I'm bumping all my little, you know, like all my music. And we just on our way. So I'm just rapping my little songs. I'm just chilling because I'm like, okay, this is cool. When we get to the burger stand, we like walking in, and like some dudes come in behind us, and they like staring me down. He like kind of pulls me closer, and I didn't mind because it wasn't like weird. It was just like, oh, okay, like you want them to know, like, you know. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, you making me feel safe. That's cool with me. Like, that's fine, because I never want to be with somebody and another dude walk up on me and be like, yeah, you beautiful, can I get your number? And I'll be just sitting there like, I'm with him. Like, I never want that. So I'm like, okay, that was cool for me. Like, I actually like that. So I'm like, okay, I like that. And he was just like, okay, like what you want to eat, like, or like what do you want? So I'm just looking at the menu, and I'm getting down, well, I want french fries, but I'm looking at the menu and I'm just like, everything looks so good, but I'm not that hungry. I'm like, I'll just take some fries, because at this time I was a vegetarian, so it wasn't like I was gonna get nothing anyways like that. So I'm just like, I'll just take some french fries. And he was like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'll just get some fries. So then, you know, I tell him, hey, I just want like a medium fry. So then he orders his food. Y'all, why when it was time to pay, this man was like stagnant. Like, he was like sitting there for a minute, to where I'm looking like, I know I do not have to go on my purse and pay for this. Like, you ordered a whole meal. All I ordered was fries. If you think that I'm about to pay for this, you're crazy. So I start like going for my purse, because I'm just like, this is weird. But he ended up pulling out his money and paying for it. So I'm like, okay, good. Maybe he just wanted to see if I was gonna pay for it. You know, some dudes be trying to like play them type of games just to see like what the female be on. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe he just wanted to see like if I was gonna pay for it or not. So I'm like, okay, red flag number 2. But I'm just like, just go with the flow. It's cool. Maybe he just was still gonna order something else. Don't take it too serious, you know. Don't just lead a man and drive off and go home. Just chill. So we get our food, and then we head back to his side, to where he was at. Like, we're closer to his house. So we just like talking, and mind you, I know I should have been kind of like, I don't know about you. You took way too long to pay for this food. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the type of girl that feel like when I go out with somebody that they have to pay. I'm always that girl that's gonna have some money. I'm not going nowhere unless I got some money to pay for my food. And I've always been that way. Like, I never want to be that girl where we go out and the dude expect for, you know, you to pay for your own food, or like for you to pay for the food on the first date. I just feel like if you ask to link up with me, you ask me to go get some food, or if you ask me to go do something, I'm gonna just assume that you're gonna pay for it. But even if you don't, I always got money for me to pay for my own food. Like, I don't care if I'm dead broke. I'm not going out to eat if I'm dead broke and I know I can't pay for my food, because you just never know how these dudes be, how these sassy men be nowadays, to where they feel like, oh, well, if you're not coming to my house after this meal, then you gonna pay for your own food. Or if you feel like, you know, like you ain't gonna give me none or whatever, you gonna pay for your own. Like, I just don't ever want to be that girl, ever. I never want to be sitting there looking like, how I'm gonna pay for this meal, just in case this man try to trip out. You just never know. So I don't go nowhere unless I got some money to pay for my food. So I'm thinking like, do I want to, you know, like, do I want to judge him off that? He did pay for it. So, you know, I'm thinking to myself, it's cool, just see how the night goes. So we end up getting to his side, and we're sitting outside, and he was just telling me, oh, we can go in the house and eat our food, and we could probably watch a movie if you want to do that. It's up to you. Mind you, I wasn't tripping. He did say he lived with his grandma and like his cousin, so I wasn't really tripping. But I'm just like, I live with my dude, so it's like, I know I don't, well, damn, I did live with somebody, so I can't say I don't live with nobody. But basically, I'm in my own, you know, like my own space. So I wasn't judging. I was just like, whatever. It's like, yeah, my grandma should be asleep. You know, we can have the whole living room to ourselves. We could just go watch some movies and eat some food and eat our food. So I agreed to it. You only live once, okay? I'm not about to judge nobody. So we go inside his house. He get everything situated. We put on a movie. He ended up putting on Friday, because y'all, Friday is my movie. I could watch that a million times. And I'm just like eating my fries, dipping it in my ranch, just going to town on my french fries. He eating his food, and we just like laughing during the movie, because the movie, y'all know Friday. So we just like laughing and stuff. And so the movie ends and we're talking. And y'all, this man literally seems so normal. He seems so cool. So we just talking about all type of stuff, and he asked me like, why am I single? Because of course I told him I was single. I didn't tell that man I would live with my boyfriend, because why would I say that? No. So I'm just like, I'm single because dudes be playing too much, y'all. That's my favorite excuse, especially when I used to cheat. Dudes be playing too much, and I just don't have time to be playing with nobody, because I'm too much of a real woman, and I don't like to play them type of games, right? So I'm buttering it on. I'm just like telling him, which is the truth though. I don't like to play with men because they play too much, and I get obsessive and I fall in love, and it's just like, you want to go cheat on me for what? Like, why you want to cheat on me, baby? What I do? Like, what I do? So I'm asking him like, why are you single? And he was just like, well, my last girlfriend, she cheated on me. And he's like giving me this sad sob story. So I'm just like, dang, that's messed up. I don't know why, y'all, but every time I hear about a woman cheating on a man, I just be like, oh my God. But then in the back of my head, I'd be like, what did you do? Not all the time men do something. I get it. Not all the time men do something. But I'm just still thinking in my head, like, what part are you not telling me? Because y'all niggas love playing the victim. Okay? Y'all always the victim. Y'all always the victim. And the ex-girlfriend is always the villain in y'all stories. It never fails. It's literally every time I meet a guy, they always the victim. He's so deep into these conversations. I'm just like asking him, like, what do you think you could have did better in your last relationship? Because y'all, we really was on like we was on that level of really just like being able to talk to each other. And I'm like, okay, I like that, because I love to be able to have conversations with people. So he answered, he was just like, oh, well, maybe I feel like maybe I should have took her out more, or, paid attention to her more and did this more. So I'm just like, well, like, you can't dwell on the past, but you can also just make sure you apply that in your next relationship or your next whatever, So we having a conversation. Mind you, when I came in the house, y'all, it smelled like fish. The house was clean, but it smelled like fish. But it didn't smell like somebody just fried some fish. Like, it just stunk. And I'm just thinking like, okay, he did say he lived here with his grandma. I'm not saying his grandma smelled like fish, y'all. I'm not saying his grandma smelled like fish, but it just smelled weird. But it was clean. So I'm like, okay, I'm thinking maybe they fried some fish, and I don't know, because every time I fry fish, my house didn't smell like fish. So I don't know, y'all. It just smelled weird. Like, it just smelled a little weird, but it was clean. Like, I didn't feel uncomfortable. Wasn't no trash on the floor. I didn't see no roaches. I didn't see, nothing dirty. So I'm like, okay, it is clean. But it just smelled to where I was low-key like smelling myself. Like, is that me? Like, do I smell like that? So I'm just like trying to like mask the smell. Like, I wasn't tripping. Like, it wasn't super super bad, but it was just like a little hint of fish. So while we talking, y'all, the grandma come out her room. And so the grandma come out her room and was like, Corey, you got company? And he responded like, yeah. She was like, well, make sure you and your company clean up after yourselves this time, because the last time y'all didn't clean up after yourselves. So y'all, I was sitting there like, maybe y'all, I'm sitting there thinking of like every excuse in the book, but I'm just sitting there like, like, maybe this was a long time ago. Don't like, this ain't your man. You can't be acting crazy. Like, don't let this turn you off, y'all. Even though it was so many signs as to why I should be turned off, I was just sitting there like, don't get turned off. It's okay, girl. Like, just chill out. It's fine. But I'm just sitting there thinking to myself like, oh my God, this is awkward. Like, I haven't been in a situation like this where I went to somebody's house who lived with somebody since like my early 20s. So I'm just sitting there like stone faced, like, I hope his grandma don't be like, who the hell is that? Like, get her out of here. So he was like, do you need something? Like, what do you need? And she was just like, I'm coming in there to get me something, god damn it. And so I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, I'm leaving. Because y'all, I'm feeling like, I know he embarrassed. So I'm just kind of like feeling embarrassed for him at the moment. So I'm just like, should I leave? Like, oh my God, should I tell him like, oh, I gotta go? Mind you, I still have to wash these clothes. Like, Mac's gonna be like, did you wash your clothes? Like, why? Like, so I'm just like, oh my God. So I'm just sitting there, and she just, you know, going to the kitchen, and she like, hey baby, and I'm like, hello, and she was like, how you doing? And I was like, I'm fine, and you? And she was like, I'm good, I'm just coming to get a snack, and y'all can finish doing whatever y'all got going on. So I'm just like, okay, like, y'all, I'm very smiley, so it's just like I talk very low and very sweet, so I'm just like, okay, you know. And so she getting out the refrigerator, and she leave out, and she was like, nice meeting you. And Corey's like, good night, grandma. And so she ended up going into the room. So I'm just sitting there like, oh my God. He's like, yeah, that's my grandma. So he's just like, yeah, I just been staying with my grandma for a minute because she needed some help. She had failed, and, you know, like, she needed somebody to come in to be able to take care of her. So I'm like, oh, you know, like, that's so sweet. Because at this time, y'all, I had worked in DSP, direct support professional, where I work with people with developmental disabilities. So I was in a, you know, like a job where I'm taking care of people. So I thought that was so sweet. So I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. His cousin come in. And when his cousin come in, his cousin like, damn, cousin, who is that? And I'm just sitting there looking like, okay, like, what the hell? Like, oh my God. And he just like, oh yeah, like, this my girl, like, this Jay, and da 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 da. And I'm just sitting there looking at him like, I'm not your girl, but whatever. And he just like, damn, she fine, girl, you look good. You got a cousin or a sister? And I'm just like, no, like, you know, like, they're taken. And I'm just sitting there looking like, sir, why you gotta be so obnoxious and loud? Like, I get it, but damn. And he just like, chill out, man. Like, you scaring her. Like, chill out. And I'm just looking like, no, he not scaring me, but he weird. Like, sir, why are you so, what's up with you? And so, yeah, he like, come here, cousin. Like, come in the back with me. Like, I need to holler at you real quick. So he ended up leaving and like going to the back with him. So I'm texting my sister, and I'm just like, girl, he got a crazy cousin. Like, his cousin just came in here just screaming, talking about, I'm beautiful, I look good, and damn, who is that? Like, she just was cracking up. She was like, girl, what? She was like, what the cousin look like? I'm like, girl, crazy? Because y'all, his cousin look crazy. And I'm like, I don't argue with crazy people. I ain't got my hair pulled before by somebody crazy. So I don't play with them type of people. Like, I'm just, baby, I'm going to keep it calm, cool, and collected. So, I don't know, but when he left, he like went back there. He was just like talking to him for a minute. I want to say he was gone for like probably like 5 good minutes. And then when he came back, he was just like, you want a drink? And the bottle was already open. So y'all, when somebody try to offer me a drink with a bottle already open, I'm automatically gonna say no. Like, no, I didn't see you open that bottle. I don't know. It's too many crazy people in this world. I'm not about to drink from nothing that nobody already got open. So I'm like, yeah, no, I don't drink, I don't smoke. So he was like, for real? He was like, do you mind if I drink? And I'm like, no, go ahead. You know, like, I'm not gonna be, I don't judge. Go ahead, do your thing. As long as you don't get drunk. I always tell people, as long as you don't get drunk and that crazy, do your thing. So he ended up pouring him a cup of, what the heck did he drink? Some Remy. So he poured him up a cup of Remy. And he comes sit down and he just drinking, and he just like, you're so beautiful. Like, I don't see why any man would just let you go. Like, you're really beautiful. So I'm just like smiling like from ear to ear, and I'm like, thank you. And he just like, yeah, no, for real, like, you're really beautiful. So I'm like, oh. And I ended up telling him like, well, I have to leave in like in a minute, like I have to go washing. So he was just like, well, I could come with you. And I know I could have just told him no, but I was just like, okay, I don't mind. So we end up leaving, and then we head to the laundromat. So while we at the laundromat, I'm putting like my clothes in the laundry. He's helping me bring the bags in, you know, like I'm throwing everything in. I'm putting a timer on my phone so I know when to go back in. And so then we end up going to the car. And when we went to the car, we standing outside of the car at this moment. And while we standing outside the car, I'm guessing by now it's like kicking in a little bit. I don't know, y'all. I don't know how much he was drinking. I don't know. I just know it's like kicking in. So he's like up on me. So he's all up in my face, and he's like hugged up on me, which I didn't mind. I didn't mind at first. So he just like, yeah, you so beautiful. And then he like goes in to try to kiss me. So y'all, if I don't want to kiss you, I'm not going to kiss you. So I instantly like move my head to the side so he can kiss me on my cheek. Because baby, why are you trying to kiss me in my mouth? We ain't been talking that long for you to be trying to kiss me in my mouth. And that just tells me, if you're trying to kiss me in my mouth, Lord knows what you be doing with that mouth. So I move my head to the side, and he just like, oh baby, you don't want to kiss me? And I told him, it's not that I don't want to kiss you, but it's just, we just met, and I just don't want to kind of be all up in your face like that. Mind you, the whole time he was talking, y'all, why I didn't notice this man had a tongue ring? I don't look people in their face, and that's my problem. I don't be looking people in their face like, baby, I won't know if you got a rotten tooth. I won't know if you ain't got no teeth. Hell, I barely would know if you got both your eyes, because I don't be looking at people in their face, because I be so nervous, like looking down, twiddling my damn feet. Like, I don't be giving eye contact, and I hate that about myself, because I don't know why I do that. I really don't know why I don't be giving eye contact. So I'm looking, because he's in my face now, and I'm looking, and I'm like, this nigga got a tongue ring? Do you have a tongue ring? Like, bruh, we are grown. Why do you have a tongue ring? So I'm instantly turned off. I'm like, oh, hell no. This man got a tongue ring in his mouth. No offense to people with tongue rings, but I don't want no grown man with no tongue ring. I'm sorry. Like, what do you need to... You can do your thing and lick the meow, the purr, all you want. You don't need no tongue ring. Like, you could do that without a tongue ring. So I instantly was just like, I'm disgusted. So we just like talking again. Mind you, he's still in my face. Like, I'm up against the car like this, and he's just like on me like this. So he's just like talking in my face, and I'm just like looking away, because I'm just like, oh my God, it's awkward now. I didn't saw that this man has a tongue ring, and I'm turned off. So he goes to try to kiss me again. Yo, I move my head again, because I'm just like, So he's like, baby, why you don't want to kiss me? And I'm like, I told you that I don't want to, I don't want to just kiss. Like, I'm not into kissing. Mind you, I will kiss, but I'm not big on just like kissing like that. Like, I'm not about to just be sitting here tongue kissing you or putting your lips. Like, I don't want you to put your lips on my lips when I don't know where your lips be. Now that I done seen this tongue ring, you really not finna kiss me, baby. No, because this lets me know that you like to do that stuff. And I don't know. So he just like, this tongue ring right here, this a brand new tongue ring. And I was just like, oh my God. Oh my God. And I don't know why, y'all, that even turned me off even more. So I'm thinking to myself, like, how I'm about to get rid of this man. He just like, yeah, this tongue ring right here, this a brand new tongue ring. I just put this one in so I could use this on you whenever you want me to use it on you. Excuse me, sir? He kept telling me, oh yeah, this is a fresh tongue ring, because the ladies love when I get, like that. I know what I'm doing. Like, ain't nobody ever told me that I was doing it wrong. Like, I get good reviews on what I do with this tongue. And I'm just sitting there like, sir, what? Like, why are you telling me this? Like, I don't care about your reviews on Yelp. Like, I don't care about what you're talking about. Like, you're sitting here telling me that you get good reviews on what you do with your tongue. Sir, keep your tongue in your mouth. Like, I'm good. Like, you are literally turning me off. Like, you're making me, I'm getting disgusted. Like, you're making me feel uncomfortable. I don't even want to be here with you no more. Like, now I got to come up with a lame excuse as to why I got to leave, because you didn't turn me off. I'm that type of woman. I'm not about to get turned on by anything sexually, or a person offering me head, or a person like trying to get, like, I'm not going to be like that with you, because I like passionate lovemaking. Like, I have to have some type of emotional connection to you in order for it to be good, in order for my body to react the way my body is going to react with you. I have to be emotionally connected to you. So off the rip, I'm just like, ew, like, I'm disgusted. I'm like, how does man go from cool to just weird? So he just kept mentioning that he has this brand new tongue ring that he can use on me. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm okay. Like, I'm not, I'm all right. So I don't know if he could feel my vibe, but I'm just like, why did you mess this up? Like, this could have been something good. You ruined it. Like, you ruined the vibe. Now I don't want to talk to you ever again, and I want to block you. So as he's still in my face, steady talking, he was just like, oh, like, let's sit in the car. And I'm just like, no, I don't want to sit in the car. So, y'all, he opens the door, tries to pull my hand and try to, like, pull me to come closer to him, like he was going to place me into the car or something. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't want to sit in the car. And he was just like, come on, just sit in the car. And I'm like, I don't want to. Like, I'm hot. So I just was like, yeah, like, I'm hot. I kind of just want to, like, stand outside the car. Mind you, we in the parking lot at the laundromat. So he was just like, okay, I'm going to just sit down. So he sits in the car. He sits in the back seat behind the driver's side, and he has the door open, and I'm like standing right there. So he's like, come here. So I go by the door, And he just like sitting outside the door, like with my hands in his hand. And he was just like, I really want you to be mine. Like, I know I'll treat you right. You just so beautiful and you thick. Like, oh, I love your skin complexion. I love your eye. Like, you just so fine to me. And I don't know why, but y'all, don't get me wrong. I like my man to like me. I like my man to be obsessed. But I just feel like, sir, you just kind of coming off as creepy. I don't know, y'all. It just was coming off creepy. Maybe if he was, I don't know. It was just coming off creepy to me because it's just like the whole tongue ring thing. Like, that kind of turned me off. Because why are you telling me that you just put a fresh tongue ring in your tongue and that you want to use it on me? Like, that makes me feel like you only like me, like you're lusting over me. Like, you don't like me because you want to actually get to know me and know everything about me. You like me because you think that I'm some type of sexual being or something. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. If you give me those vibes when I first meet you, then I most definitely won't talk to you again, because it makes me think you only want me for one thing, and then when you get that one thing, you're gonna cut me off. And I don't have time for that emotional roller coaster. Like, I don't want to go through that, and then it makes me feel like I gotta act crazy or something, or I gotta throw a sock full of rocks at your head, or a can inside of a sock at your TV or something. Like, I feel like I have to act crazy because why are you playing with me? Why did you make me feel like you like me, and then you got some of my body, and then you trying to kick me to the curb? Like, no, baby, it don't work like that. I will tap you with my car. Don't play with me. So he just like, I just know that I'll treat you right and all of this. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you live with your grandma and you don't have a car. Because he didn't have no car, y'all. He didn't have a car. He legit walked up to me, for sure, like on feet. And I'm not the type to judge. At least the man had a job. I'm not the type to judge at all. Like, I swear I do not judge people off of anything. Like, I literally give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm very understanding. And I hate that about myself. So I'm just like ran out the pros and the cons, and I'm just like, you got this tongue ring. I'm not about to introduce you to my family. You got a tongue ring. Like, they gonna be like, what in the freaky freak? Like, they ain't gonna be sitting there like, girl, what's going on with you? You okay? Do you need to see a therapist? Like, what's wrong? Why are you dating a man with a tongue ring? Like, I feel like I never was attracted to men with tongue rings, because it's like, why did you go get that? Out of all the piercings, you go get your tongue pierced? Like, to me, I feel like that's just for females and leave it for females. Like, that's strange for me to see a guy with a tongue ring. So he's like steady just trying to touch me, and he's sitting in the car, but he's like trying to grab me. And I don't know why, but it just made me feel uncomfortable, because it's like, sir, stop trying to touch me. So I'm just like, everything was cool when we was at your house. Like, what changed? Like, what you put in that Remy? Like, was it Remy, sir, or was it drugs? Like, what did you do? Like, I don't know what he did from when we was at his house to when we went to the laundromat, but he just started being so weird and like very sexual towards me, to where I felt uncomfortable, because I'm just like, sir, like, you keep trying to touch me, like, you like talking sexual towards me. So he just like, yeah, what's your favorite position? Because I know I'll tear your little ass up. And I'm just sitting there looking like, now if I liked you like that, it would be different. But it's like, we only been talking for like a good week, going on 2 weeks. You were good, but you just started being weird as hell. And so I'm just sitting there thinking, how can I get out of this situation? So I'm texting Simone. I'm like, girl, call me and tell me that I need to come get Kamaya, because I didn't really tell him where, like, what was going on with my daughter, but I did tell him, like, you know, like, somebody's watching my daughter. So I'm like, call me and tell me that you got to go to work in the morning, and how long am I going to be, because you need to leave soon. So Simone called me, and she just like, yeah, girl, how long are you going to be? You know, I got to go to work in the morning. I don't mind watching my niece, but I got to go. So what time do you think you're going to be back? And I'm just like, dang, I forgot you got to go to work in the morning. I'm like, oh, damn. Okay, so I'm washing my clothes right now. I was like, you know what? I'll just head there, and I'll just bring her with me when it's time to dry my clothes. So we hang up, and I'm like, yes. So he like, oh, dang, what's going on? I'm just like, oh, my sister got to go. She got to go to work in the morning. I totally forgot. Like, I let time, you know, get ahead of me. I'm like, but we could link again. You know, like, this was fun. And he's just like, oh, okay, all right. So, y'all, we hop in the car. I'm like, oh, yes, thank you, Jesus. I'm about to take this man back home. Like, he really better not call my phone again, okay? So, I'm driving. The nigga puts his hands on my breast while I'm driving. y'all, I instantly like jumped and was like, what are you doing? Like, don't do that while I'm driving. Like, what are you doing? And he was just like, you got some big ass titties. Y'all, I'm sitting there like, oh hell no, this man is crazy. And I'm just like, yeah, no, but don't do that. Like, you know, like, you scare me. Don't do that while I'm driving. He was just like, man, like, I really want to be with you though. Like, I really could see myself being with you. Like, your body, you got a nice body, and them big ass titties. Them titties is big. I will tear your little ass up. I will break your little ass in half. And I'm like, I don't know if he thought that was like gonna turn me on, and I'm like, oh yeah, break my little ass in half. Like, I don't know what he thought, but it was like, sir, that was a turn off. Y'all, I'm driving fast at this point. Mind you, he didn't live that far from where we was at. But y'all, I'm trying to get that man, if it was 5 minutes away, I'm trying to get that man in 2.5. Like, I'm trying to get him up out my whip. So I pulled back over there where he lived. So he's getting out the car. He was just like, can I get another hug? He was like, it was nice hanging out with you. Like, I had a great time with you. You so beautiful. Like, I really hope that I can make you mine. So I'm just like, ugh, I don't want to hug him. So I get out the car and I'm just like, whatever. So y'all, I'm going in to hug him while this man kisses me on my lips. He still kisses me on my lips after I told him not to kiss me on my lips. So I am annoyed. Like, I am so mad. I'm just like disgusted because I'm just like, I just told this man not to kiss me. Like, I don't want to kiss you, and the man still kissed me. So I'm just like, oh my God. So I didn't even cuss him out or even get mad because I'm just like, you know what, this man is never gonna see my face again, so it really don't even matter. So I just end up like just like giving him his hug, get in the car, and drove the fuck off. Like, y'all, I drove off so damn fast. Like, I literally burned rubber to get the hell away from that man. So he ended up texting me. He was just like, I had so much fun with you. Like, I can't wait to see you again. And y'all, why did I text that man back? I did not text that man back. I blocked that man. I literally blocked him because I said, oh no. And it takes a lot for me to block somebody. Like, you really have to get on my bad side for me to block you. But I instantly blocked him because I'm just like, you thought. Like, you thought, nigga. You thought. So I head back to the laundromat because my clothes, well, I still had to dry my clothes. So I go back, I take my clothes out the washing machine, I end up putting them in the dryer. So when I put them in the dryer, I'm just like, damn, I do got work in the morning. Maybe I should go get my gas now. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go across the street and give me some gas. So y'all, I end up going across the street and I'm getting out the car and I'm going to the window to go pay for my gas. So as I'm going to go pay for my gas, I walk by like this little this car, and it was like two dudes in there. But you know, like, I don't pay attention, but like, I wasn't looking in there, but I like the way I was walking like up on the opposite side, like I could see. So I'm going to go pay for my gas. I pay for it, and then I'm walking back to my car. I'm walking back to my car, and I just see a dude hop out the car, and he was just like, hey, beautiful, like, where you going? Like, what you doing? Mind you, this was my first run-in with a gas station dude. Like, y'all, I never really like pay attention to anybody at the gas station. Like, I normally just get my gas and like go. Like, I never really had a real encounter with a gas station dude. So I look at him and I'm like, okay, he's cute. And he was just like, yeah, you beautiful. So he comes by my car and I put my, you know, like, I'm pushing the number, I'm putting my thing in there to get my gas. And he just like, yeah, like, where you going? So I'm just like, thank you. I'm actually washing right now. So I'm just like talking to him. I'm like, I'm just getting my gas. And he was like, where you work at? You look like you could be like a school teacher or something. And so I told him the type of field that I work in. He was like, yeah, I knew it. Like, you look like you could be like you look real classy. Like, I could just see like you just like a grown woman. And I'm just looking at him like, okay, but y'all, he didn't seem weird. Like, he seemed cool. Like, he seemed really, really cool. So I'm just like, and he just sitting there conversating with me, but he has the biggest smile on his face. And I'm like, he looks good. He's chocolate. Y'all, I'm a sucker for chocolate. He was tall. And I'm just like, okay, all right. I see what's going on. So I end up exchanging numbers with him. And, yeah, and so then I go back across the street and I'm drying my clothes. So I end up calling my sister and I'm telling her everything that happened with Corey. And I'm just like, girl, Corey is weird. Like, he seemed cool and then he just started being weird and started like trying to talk sexual to me. Like, he just went left. And I'm like, I never gave him the vibe to where he felt like he should talk to me sexually like that. Like, I didn't give him that type of vibe, so I don't see why he was acting like that towards me. So she was just like, yeah, girl, that's crazy. I'm like, but I just met this boy. And y'all, I'm going to have to do another story on him. I'm going to do my next story on him. But I don't know what we're going to call. We're going to figure out what we're going to call him. But basically, that's when I met my sneaky link. And so I'm just telling her like, yeah, girl, I just met this dude. I'm like, he's cute. I'm like, he's chocolate. And I'm just explaining to her like what he looked like. And she was like, okay, he sounds cute. And so yeah, y'all be careful who y'all meet at the grocery stores, okay? Be careful who you meet at a grocery store, because you never know if they're gonna be weird or what they're gonna be on. I don't know what he did, but he just started acting weird. Like, how you come off cool, calm, and collective, and then you just like gradually just start acting weird and start trying to be, I don't know, y'all, but like I said, be careful who y'all meet at the grocery stores. But yeah, y'all, that is the ending of this story time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, y'all, bye.